Good evening, teachers, students, parents, administrators. My name is Saheed, and I want to first start my talk by asking all of you a fairly simple question. Raise your hand if right now you think that you are pursuing your passion. Okay, thank you to those who answered. Now, if you answered and even if you didn't answer, I'd like you to keep that passion of yours in mind tonight as I speak about the power of passion. Now, what is passion? Before diving into my speech, I want to first define passion, and specifically the type of passion that I will be referring to tonight. Passion has many different roots, but all have a pretty concurrent meaning. For instance, the Latin passio refers to suffering, while the old French term for passion refers to Christ's suffering on the cross. Now, forgive me if this sounds like a history lesson, but Jesus' passion refers to the time in Jesus' life when he returns to Jerusalem and is crucified on the cross. Now, while Jesus was suffering for a cause that he was passionate about. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 2 says, "For the joy set before him, he endured the cross, scorning its shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God." So, the sense of the word passion is extended beyond just suffering to suffering for a strong emotion or desire to achieve happiness, or in Jesus' case, this joy. Now, will pursuing your passion involve suffering? Most likely. And even most people, including myself, at some point fear the word passion itself. Of late, this connotation has surrounded passion, that our passion is in the form of the best job for us, or the most intense sport for us, or whatever has been quote-unquote destined for us. I listened to a TED Talk called Stop Searching for Your Passion, which was actually written by an Oak Knoll alum named Terry Trespicio. And she said that there's a dangerously limiting idea at the heart of everything we know about success in life in general. And that's that we have one singular passion, and our job is to pursue it to the exclusion of all else. Except, pursuing our passion shouldn't be this complicated, or even this stressful. She later on said that passion is not a plan, it's a feeling. And I have to agree with this statement. Sure, passion can be a job or a sport, but it could also be something not as tangible, like the feeling we get when we have truly helped something. Our passion and whatever that may be, and that feeling of fulfillment associated with that should allow us to achieve happiness, or in Jesus' case, this joy. Now, like I said, following your passion can be challenging at times. And for adults, the main concern is rooted in finances. Many times we see people working a job that they don't necessarily enjoy, only to pay the bills, so to speak. In Deloitte's Shift Index survey, 80% of people said that they were not satisfied with their job. That's a lot of people. And it's these people who have a lack of financial means which dissuades them from pursuing something that they really want to enjoy and thrive in. Marissa Evans, CEO and founder of GoTryItOn.com, though, did something that many people are not willing to do. She risked everything and started an online business. Evans is a graduate of Cornell University and Harvard Business School, and when she was 26 years old, with the help of an IT friend and money saved up, she started her online business, GoTryItOn.com, where users can basically submit photos of outfits and then receive feedback from other users. And while I'm not saying that we only need to drop everything and create an online business, there is something that we can learn from hearing about Evans' experience. She recognized her passion for entrepreneurship, had an idea, and capitalized on that. Something very risky, but also something very admirable. Now, say you simply like your job or your work or whatever that is that you have dedicated most of your time to, but you're not per se passionate about it. In a book entitled Responsibility at Work, various authors examine how social norms, culture, and motivation overlap to create work that is beneficial economically, socially, and personally, and how at the core of this work is our responsibility to one's own work and its repercussions. And in a section entitled Evidently Passion, the authors examined how you can cultivate this passion that leads to good work. And in the research part, which was called the Good Work Projects, the participants stressed enjoying what they do. And according to the authors, the responsibility to fulfill this passion and thus contribute to society is what allowed them to challenge their conventional paths of their respective domains. So we see that passion allows us to enjoy what we're doing, but it also allows us to positively and effectively influence those that we work with. So with regard to actually fostering this sense of passion and this sense of risk to go out and create change and influence the people we work with, the participants in this research said that they heard the doubts and criticisms of society, but remained focused on the ways in which they could use their responsibility to create change and improve at those that they worked with. So I think that this is where we see like the real power of passion. Passion allows us to our passion is a vehicle that allows us to excel in our particular area of work, but it also allows us to influence positively and create change to those that we work with and those that we surround our lives with. Now, I've been speaking a lot to the adults in the room, and now I'd like to switch gears and talk to my peers and the students. And I hope I haven't overwhelmed you with all this talk of like work and jobs, but I want to emphasize again that passion does not need to be one sole thing. In Trispicio's TED Talk, she said that passion is simply the full force of your attention and energy into whatever you put into what's right in front of you. So sure, passion can be as large as starting an online business, but it can also be something as small but as impactful as maybe putting all that time and effort into that club you're in at school, or maybe a homework assignment, although that may be stretching you because are we really passionate about homework? But the point is that passion should not be this huge daunting entity, but again, rather a feeling. And the reason I decided to speak to you tonight is because I don't think I knew that. Until this summer, I actually had the opportunity to listen to a speaker named Kira Lawson. And Kira Lawson is a structural engineer for HNTB Corporation. And like Trispicio, she emphasized the importance of engaging in something that brings us unmatched joy and allows us to be less concerned with how much money we're getting paid, or how good our grades are, or how it will look on our resume. And Lawson basically recognized her passion for bridges, something I didn't even realize you could be passionate about. And she pursued this tirelessly. And what made Lawson's speech so profound is that she recognized something that we may not always realize. Success is not about where we live or how much money we make, but success is simply about happiness. So do we need passion to be successful? Most likely. It's this inexplicable and incomparable enthusiasm that propels us to be productive. It may seem obvious, but when we actually like what we're learning, playing, and doing, we're more motivated to learn it, to play it, and to do it. And thus our work becomes more efficient and probably better overall. Now, say we have this feeling, but is just knowing what our feeling, what our passion is enough? Most likely no. It's how we act on this and what we do with this feeling that allows us to be truly, truly successful. Now, for me, it's a little intimidating to think that one day I need to pick one career and one major, despite, for me, I just find joy in everything from making mac and cheese to just simply sitting in the shower. But I want to emphasize again that passion is not a plan, it's a feeling. So, sure, you may think that passion is just knowing what you like to do, but that's only half the battle. The next step is how we act on that and what we do with that passion. So as I finish up my speech, I have a few points of encouragement for all of you. And my first thing is determine what you don't like to do in life, or just what you don't like to do on a daily basis. And this may seem counterintuitive, but when we find out those things that don't bring us satisfaction, we're actually one step closer to determining what we really like to do. And my next point is always, always, always try new things. And I know it may seem scary, but if we try new things, we basically just broaden our horizons and give ourselves more opportunities for things that provoke our interests, such as bridges, perhaps. For me, I know when I've always played sports, right? And I thought that if you were an athlete, you could only play sports and do nothing else. But this year I started the musical, and despite being tone deaf, I actually found a lot of satisfaction in it. And my last point is that I want to encourage you all to actually find time for those things that bring you satisfaction. And I know we all lead very busy lives, but if we actually find time for these things, we're one step closer to that happiness and that joy. And research even shows that if those that spend at least 15 minutes a day making progress towards things that they enjoy, they report feeling satisfied and fulfilled. So again, try new things, but don't feel pressure to try everything. If you're truly enthralled by a club, a sport, a game, an activity, whatever that may be, stick with it. Because when we're passionate about something, the possibilities are truly endless. Now I want to leave you with all one last quote from Nelson Mandela, and I hope this inspires you to continue or start that passion of yours. And it says, may your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. Thank you.